Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to deal with a woman rejecting you and regain her respect. So obviously it sucks when you get rejected. It really does hurt. It's not a fun experience to go through. So what I would suggest to help you not mind getting rejected so much, and this may be the last thing that you want to do, but sometimes in order to feel less intense about being rejected, you need to get rejected a lot. So this is especially helpful for guys that maybe are on a college campus or studying right now. You know, just go out and ask women out. Just go up to them. You know, they don't even have to be women that you find attractive. Just go up to women. Obviously, you know, your peers. Don't be asking out teachers unless you've got a lot of game, right? But go up to your peers and just ask them out, and see what happens. I mean, you may get a few yeses. You'll probably get some rejections, but you may get some yeses. Who knows? So if you want to sort of like not feel the sting as much about being rejected, then get rejected a lot. But I know that's probably the last thing that you want to do. But first of all, then, I want you to know that it's okay to be upset, to feel hurt when you get rejected. Obviously, it's a really suckish thing to go through, and you're a human being. You're not a robot. It's okay to feel bad if you got rejected. It's just as long as you're not sort of dwelling in it and you're letting it take over your life, because that's really not going to help you if you let it sort of take over your headspace and you think about it for weeks and months and years. Don't get so hurt, and don't let anyone hurt you so much that it prevents you from living your life and moving on with your life. So that's something to take with you. But like I said, it's okay for it to sting. It's supposed to sting. It's not nice being rejected. It's the same if you apply for jobs or you're trying to make friends and they don't want to be friends with you. Like, it's the same thing. Like any form of rejection is painful, but especially romantic rejection. So how do you like regain a woman's respect then if you feel like you've lost that respect by asking her out? So the best thing to do is to not dwell and to not first of all, not to not dwell on it, but also not to dwell on it around her. Like, don't talk to her anymore. If you ask a woman out and she rejects you, just accept it. Don't hover around. So let's say, for example, you go up to a woman and you ask her out. And she says, oh, no, thank you, I have a boyfriend. Don't just stand there and start a conversation with her. Just be like, oh, okay, that's fine. I take it as a compliment and I hope you have a nice day. And then you walk away. You don't hang around. You don't try and apologize or anything like that. Don't ever apologize for wanting a woman. If that's how you felt, and you know, you may even go up to her and say something like, oh wow, you've got the most beautiful hair I've ever seen. I just love the way it flows down your back. I'd really like to take you out. What's your number? So if you do something like that and she rejects you, don't apologize for saying how you really felt. Don't apologize for that kind of stuff, because you're being truthful and you're being authentic and you were giving an authentic compliment from the heart. And that's how you truly felt. And even though she rejected you, she will respect the fact that you had the guts to come up to her and ask her out and even be upfront about how you felt about how the way that she looked. Right? It's okay to do that kind of thing. Obviously, sometimes you need to sort of read the room a little bit. Like, obviously, it's an inappropriate thing to do if you're going up to someone who may be working, or someone who is just inappropriate, like it's your boss or something like that. So you sometimes have to pick and choose your moments and pick and choose the women to actually do this with. So like a woman that you see in the supermarket, yeah, that's fine. A woman that you see who's maybe in a coffee shop having a coffee by herself, yeah, that you can do it to those kinds of women. But don't do it to women that maybe are also clearly with other guys who maybe your boyfriend or husband, or someone who's at work who may feel like they can't escape because they're at their job. You know, you just be careful a little bit. But most of the time, women are going to respect the fact that you went for it and go for it, because not a lot of guys do that these days. So that's how you get a respect. She will respect you instantly for the fact that you even tried and bothered, and the fact that you were so cool about it and you just walked away. right? And you just told her to take it as a compliment. You told her to have a nice day. You smiled at her. You was warm. You was friendly, and then you just walked away. You didn't hover around. You didn't try to be a creep and sort of like stick around and keep talking to her. You just went away, right? And you never know. Like if that's a place that you go to frequently, then maybe she'll change her mind and she'll start putting herself in your orbit, so you can ask her out again. You never know, right? She may even come up to you and start talking to you one day, right? Because she's hoping that actually, oh, he actually took that really well. I thought maybe he was a creep, but actually he wasn't, because he walked away. He didn't stick around. Maybe I should have given him a chance. Okay, so that's basically how you handle that, especially when you're talking to women who you don't know, and they're sort of strangers, and they're sort of people that you meet out and about. But when it comes to a woman that you know, let's say she's like a work colleague, or she's someone that you've known for a few months because she's in your class at college or something along those lines, and maybe she's already been your friend for a bit. If that's the case, the way that you ask a woman out like this is you say, I know we've known each other for a little while, but I'd really like to get to know you better. When are you free? And if she rejects you, you sort of do the same thing. You sort of say to her, oh, okay, never mind. You just take it as a compliment, and I hope you have a nice day. And then you again try and you walk away if possible. You walk away from her. You don't stick around trying to hovering around her and trying to talk to her more about things, or you're apologizing and you're not leaving her alone basically. So that's still the way that you sort of handle it. You sort of deal with it the same way. But of course, because you know her and you see her around a lot, and you may have to spend a lot of time with her, you just got to sort of just be warm and friendly. You don't start to become cold or butthurt or angry or sad around her. You don't want to react that way, because then she'll know that it's bothered you. Right, and women like men more if they are unaffected by what she says or what she does. She wants a man that is sort of like, isn't bothered by how she acts and how she behaves and her emotions. So, and women find that very attractive when a guy is unaffected by what she does. So you don't want to come across as cold or mean. You just want to be always happy and positive to see her. Always say, hey, how are you? What's going on? I hope you had a nice weekend. You always want to be being nice and friendly and chatty. But then you don't stick around. So it's important that you're always cordial and polite, and you just treat her like an acquaintance. Basically, it's a good idea. What I say to some people is, it's a good idea to like think of the most neutral person that you know at this environment that you're in. So it could be like a work colleague or someone that you go to school with, depending on your situation and where you are in life. And you think, okay, so how do I treat that person? Okay, I say hello to them. I'm nice to them. I'm friendly to them. I always smile at them. But I don't really care about them because they're the most neutral person who I work with. And that is how you're supposed to treat her now. Treat her like that. Treat her like she's just another colleague. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon.